The France Elite Motocross Championship started in March at Saint-Jean-d'Angely, and it finishes here this weekend at Pernes-les-Fontaines, the sixth and final round of the 24MX Tour. All eyes are turned to the battle opposing Xavier Boug and Valentin Tellet. The former is attempting to win another Elite MX1 title, while the latter is bidding for a first title in the blue ribbon category. In MX2, Florent Richier is now 30 points ahead of Henri Giraud, and there are still 50 points at stake. Before finding out, the dénouement of the France Elite Championships will bring you the best of the action from the Espoir and Junior categories. And we'll start our programme straight away with a track presentation with the president of the Moto Club Pernois. After the Grand Prix, the most important events are national level ones, and that motivates the troops. We're going to have about 50 volunteers on the day of the race. Henri Giraud has been with us for 2 or 3 years, and he's a really nice bloke, very kind. His parents are very kind too. He's a rider on the up with great desire, and this year he's making us very happy. And the MX1 battle, Xavier Boug, Valentin Tellet, a prediction from the president? A prediction is difficult. Xavier perhaps knows the circuit better than Valentin, as he's perhaps raced here a bit more often. On the other hand, Valentin has done the win double in each of the last 2 rounds. I hope there'll be great battles and the best man wins. Mr. President, it's been a successful year on the 24MX Tour with the Espoir, Juniors, the Elite. Is this the direction the French Motocross Federation wants to go in? Yes, over the last few years we wanted to get the best riders together, young and not so young, and also the women who were involved from time to time. We'll carry on down this road because it works. We've been able to put on great events with all of the disciplines from the elite of French motocross. It also means spectators get the chance to uncover young talents, youngsters who are doing really well. And we saw that last weekend at Pernes in Europe. Is it a sign that French motocross is in good health? Some people say there are no youngsters there ready to take over, but we've seen that's not true. We've seen that there are lads and girls at all levels who are in the process of breaking through, and the results of the young French riders at Pernes prove that. Pernes-les-Fontaines is back on the elite calendar, a track which had disappeared from the calendar for a few years. Is that a sign that moto clubs want to be part of this, that it's a great championship? I think there's no debate about it, and clubs want to come back to the championship. Sometimes they're not on the calendar for a year or 2, but then they come back, and that proves it's a championship that interests them. The first day took place in extremely hot conditions. The 6th round of the 24MX Tour, the Espoir and Junior riders are here for the penultimate round of their respective championships. In Group A, Florian Miot took qualifying honours from Bogdan Krzyzewski and Xavier Cazal, while in Group B, Quentin-Marc Prunier got the better of Baptiste Bourd and Steve Bonal. Off the first start, Nicolas Duhamel takes the whole shot, but many riders are caught up in a fall in the peloton. Third in this first race, Florian Miot had to give it everything to make the podium. He was down in 8th at the end of the first lap. Quentin-Marc Prunier proves he's still in form. He took 2nd from Duhamel mid-race and held on to the spot until the checkered flag. The winner of the first race, though, was none other than Pablo Métayer, but he had to show all his cool as Prunier was on his wheel and finished only 6/10 down. Duhamel's timing was spot on here, and he got a 2nd whole shot. Behind him, Pablo Métayer and Axel Louis. Quentin-Marc Prunier was the victim of a clutch problem off the start, but despite all of that, managed to finish in 6th and climb onto the day's podium. Florian Miot scored another 3rd place after again starting in the middle of the pack, while 2nd in the race, Louis Axel got his first heat podium in the category. A perfect weekend for Pablo Métayer and his KTM 297. The win saw him pick up 50 more points in terms of the championship, consolidating his position as the man with the red place, a 45-point lead over Arthur Vial going into their final event. The juniors had their qualifying sessions. In Group A, Thibaut Beniston won from Tom Guillon, who carried on where he left off at Pernes. Calvin Fonvier was 3rd. In Group B, the quickest rider in the two groups, Scotty Verhaeghe, took qualifying honours from Maxime Charlier and Julien Duhamel. In the juniors, Benistant and Verhaeghe shone in qualifying, just like Maxime Charlier and Tom Guyon. So Benistant and Verhaeghe, great in qualifying, just like Maxime Charlier and Tom Guyon. Well, a lot would happen off the start. A big fall, many involved, and Maxime Charlier and Tom Guyon among those hitting the turf. Thibaut Benistant fell in turn and hurt his knees. He gritted his teeth in order to finish 20th. Charlier raced at an elevated pace, a good run from him, and he finished 5th. Despite his fall, Scotty Verhaeghe managed to hold on to 4th, while Jan Kranjski, the KTM number 810, got himself a podium finish. After locking swords, the leading duo is the following: Julien Duhamel second in the race, while Calvin Fonvier collects another win at the handlebars of his KTM 11. The second start, and this time Maxime Charlier manages the whole shot, with Mathieu Millot, Tom Guyon and Jan Kranjski following on. Behind them, a trio has formed, battling for 5th with Benistant, Fonvier and Verhaeghe. The Team VHR rider holds off the others for 5th. Antoine Cosset finishes 4th and 5th overall for the day. On the podium, Tom Guyon carries his KTM to 3rd place, a very good performance after a difficult first race. In taking second, Jan Kranjski manages to score the overall victory on the day. Second on the day and winner of this race, Maxime Charlier managed to express himself after an excellent start. In the championship, Charlier makes up ground and is now only 3 points behind Benistant. Fonvier is 3rd, only 9 points back. Still 1 round to go at Motin on June the 17th and 18th. We have a strong relationship with Joss and the whole team. I have a lot of esteem for him, and I placed my confidence in him some 5 years ago when we decided to work together. With Joss, we were competitors, and now he's my team manager. What's good is that he's been a rider. He knows what we need, whether it's to do with the bike, away from the track, or advice on anything. I know that when he says something, it will happen, as he always keeps his word. I take a lot of pleasure from being a team manager now. I'm getting near 30 and I had the chance to race for a few years and enjoyed that. Now I'm full-time looking after the team and I really enjoy it, especially as we have competent riders like Xavier, Richard, Fabien or Thomas. It's really great. The ultimate goal is the title. That's what we wake up every day for. It's not easy, this mix of sport and passion. Competition is part of our daily life. The fact I changed teams gave me a boost and gave me the desire to train over the winter and train hard in order to try to pick up another elite title. I think my main opponent is myself. I just need to race at my level and apply myself 100% as I did at the start of the championship season. We have riding styles which are similar, and that means we have similar setups on the bike. What I can help with is maybe on the racing lines and technical choices when it comes to the bike. I can try things before him when it comes to tyres and the like. I can take some risks and that takes away some of his work. The main thing is that he gets away well and feels calm on the bike. Thomas is one of the young riders in the team. It's really good. There's not the same approach as he's a young rider with less experience. We allow him to make his little mistakes, like at the start of the year when he was looking for things. From the second or third race, he got better. People know that my strength is more supercross than motocross, though I'm not underestimating what I can achieve in motocross. I know I'm capable of doing really good things, and I showed that at Gaillac, where I won a race. Nobody can say I stole the win. I will try to find the thing that allows me to break through and work much harder so the next season I'm up with a pace from the start. In terms of the calendar, we have nothing to be ashamed of compared to other championships or those involved at world level, as we do 27 to 30 races. The season's really busy for us. Now, if the opportunity comes for us to climb into GP level or European level, then those are things we'd love to do. I think everyone's been surprised by Joss's qualities. He's the boss of the team and was a rider not long ago. Stuntman for Disney, he also commentates on GP races. He's soon to be a father. It's admirable, and I'm even proud to be part of the team. And I hope I'll be here for a while longer. Maybe after that I'll call it a day. Motorbikes are my passion. It's my sport. It's true that it's top-level sport and it's not easy. I had injuries and ups and downs. The aim is to carry on in this world because I love this sport. This is D-Day, and the points difference is low, we know that. Now we'll have to be very strong when the starting gate drops. When I started in GP, seeing so many spectators by the edge of the circuit put stars in my eyes, and I said to myself, yes, it's going to be worth training this winter. And then whether there's a title or not at the end of the year, I'll go again next year for the same thing. Richier is the championship leader. Giraud and Aubin are still in the hunt, even if the gaps are big. In qualifying, Adrien Malabal scores the third best time, Pierre Goupillon the second, and Mathis Boisramé takes another pole position. Arnaud Aubin manages a whole shot, but is soon caught by Pierre Goupillon. Mathis Boisramé is up there alongside Tristan Charbonneau. There's a great battle for the win. Charbonneau overtakes his rivals one by one until coming up to Pierre Goupillon, the leader. Goupillon makes a mistake and at the end of the day can do no better than 11th. Another unfortunate, Boisramé breaks his exhaust and has to abandon. Charbonneau then falls away down the standings and leaves the command of the race to Arnaud Aubin. Anthony Boissière manages third place in the race, and Tom Vial shows up well in the first race, finishing second. The KTM rider was up with Aubin's pace all race long. The latter scores another win and delays Richier being crowned champion. Richier is sixth. The two riders separated by 25 points coming into the final race. Young Tom Vial carries on where he'd left off and takes the whole shot on the second start, followed by Boisramé. Richier is well down the field. He needs but a single point to take the title, and the JPM rider is not taking any risks. Henri Giraud finishes fourth in the race. The Pernois Motor Club man is third in the championship, an excellent result for this privateer. Arnaud Aubin fares no better than 10th, but it's still enough for the man from Normandy to finish second in the standings. He won more races than anyone else this year. Third for a long time, Romain Papet ended up having to give in to Anthony Boissière's attacks. Was another third place, the Yamaha 2B rider finishes second overall on the day. The recent winner of the EMX 250 at Ernée, Mathis Boisramé, manages second in the second race, while Tom Vial surprises everyone by keeping his pace high throughout and goes on to win an Elite MX2 race for the first time in his young career, also taking the overall honours for the day. Relieved to have at last crossed the finishing line, Florent Richier takes the title as champion in France Elite MX2, a great reward for a consistent season by the JPM rider. In MX1, the duel for the title starts in qualifying. Valentin Tellier scores the third fastest time, 7/10 behind Xavier Boug. Nicolas Aubin collects pole in the final seconds of the session. The tension is at its zenith, the gate falls and away go the riders. At the end of the straight, Gregory Aranda falls and takes with him Grolus, Potisek and Aubin. Aubin, who's trying to finish in the top 3 of the championship, gets going again in last place. Despite damage to his bike, he climbs up to 10th in order to salvage a few points. Up front, Boug has taken control of the race. Tellier is 5th, just behind Fabien Isoire. Tellier manages to get through despite contact between the two men and goes on to overtake Lucas Ambert before heading off in pursuit of Xavier Boug. In his element, alone out in front, he's putting in fast lap after fast lap as we approach the end of the race. But Valentin Tellier then runs into mechanical problems, ending up abandoning 2 laps from the end, seeing his title hopes go up in smoke. The first to cross the line is the new France Elite MX1 champion Xavier Boug. The Honda SR rider collects his 4th title in the category. Tellier manages the last hole shot of the season and is in the lead. Gregory Aranda overtakes Boug for 2nd place, and the order established in the opening laps doesn't evolve. Nicolas Aubin gets away in the pack. His pace at the end of the race isn't enough for him to catch Maxime Depré and take points off him. Aubin finishes 4th in the championship. Maxime Depré finishes the race 4th. Diminished by an injury that required 8 stitches, the Bud rider managed to score a championship podium finish as he gritted his teeth to race all weekend. In this race, Damon Grolus, the 24 MX rider, finishes 4th. He's 2nd overall on the day in front of Fabien Isoire. Up front, nothing has changed. Valentin Tellier takes the win, 5 seconds clear of Gregory Aranda. Xavier Boug is 3rd. The golden plate for the France Elite MX1 champion is in the hands of Xavier Boug at the end of a competitive season which saw Valentin Tellier challenge him all season long, providing great entertainment. Thanks for having followed us all season long. We'll see you in 2018 for another elite season.